Well, hello, my fellow Virgo suns, Virgo rising, Virgo moon, those intuitively guided to the reading. Maybe there's a Virgo you're in love with, it can be romantic or platonic. Whatever brought you, welcome. This is going to be for June 2022. I can't believe I'm saying June already. Time is just flying by. I want to give a shout out to my, I want to call him my grandson, but my nephew just had a baby this morning. Atlas, they call him. And his mother has passed, so I feel like he's my son. So I feel like Atlas is my grandson. So I want to give a shout out to them. Congratulations. Okay. Let's go ahead and get into your reading. We're going to use 3 different decks, more if we need it. We're going to start with the Mother Mary Oracle deck, get our words of wisdom. Then we're going to use the Light Seers Tarot, and then we're going to use the Gilded Tarot, okay? So let's go ahead and get into this reading. I wonder how y'all did around the Scorpio full moon, the total lunar eclipse. I have to say, I could feel this moon's energy. All right, let's give him a cut. And let's begin. Devotion. Devotion. As I fully commit to my values, relationships, and God, I am clear about what to do next. As I fully commit to my values, my relationships, and God, I am clear about what to do next. Okay. We'll see how that ties in the reading. Let's bring in the Light Seers. We'll give it a shuffle or two. Already pre-shuffled, by the way. You guys know that by now. I feel like energy is changing for Virgo. It's getting lighter, and that's why I chose the Light Seers Tarot. It just, it just called to me, and I can tell you when certain decks call to me, I almost already know, the energy. That's how well I know my decks. Alright, we're going to bring this down. Sam just got me a bouquet of flowers in the background. I hate to cut them out, but I want you to see the cards. Alright, let's begin. Virgo. Sun, moon, rising. Those intuitively guided. Those in love with the Virgo. I don't know why I had to repeat that. We have the Knight of Wands as the first card. Alright, well, the Knight is bringing something in. Wands means it is some type of passion, some type of desire of yours. Or at least you'll know that when it arrives. The Knight is a very fast-moving Knight, which can feel chaotic at the same time, especially for Virgo. Can feel a little chaotic, like, slow down, you move too fast. But nonetheless, I feel like it's a rush, like a rush of energy. We have the Wheel, destiny, your time. Sometimes we're at the top of the wheel, sometimes we're at the bottom of the wheel. We want to stay at the top. So it tells me that whatever energy is heading towards you is part of your destined path. Well, look at this. We have the Three of Wands. I could feel that Virgo's energy was becoming lighter. I could just feel it. And not just in myself, but when I began this reading, I just felt like, I need to pick a light deck because that's the energy I'm feeling for Virgo. Okay, so Three of Wands is that it's a positive intent. You know, it's your intention forward, and it's a belief that all can be. All, I feel like in the Three of Wands also, like, I'm in no rush in this energy because I feel like I'm enjoying each and every moment. Three of Wands, it's like, you know what? I know my ships will come in, and, until they do, I'm going to enjoy this, whatever this may be. All right, let's keep going. Well, hello, Two of Cups. Soulmate. It's funny because, like, I feel like there's certain signs, like, Sandy says, always have to be a love reading. And so I think, like, oh, I hope it's, more about their career. But then those signs, and Virgo, you're one of them, ends up talking about love. So it's not that I'm fighting it. I just find it interesting. So this is a soulmate energy. It's mirroring this Knight of Wands. There's some type of rush of passion that's heading towards you. It is on your wheel of desire, let's say. And, this has a positive intention towards it. So it all looks good so far. In the Three of Wands, maybe I'm saying that. Like, I know soulmate will come. I just know that. And the more I enjoy this present moment, maybe the more I'm sending that energy out there, right? Because it is of your intention. All right, we have the Eight of Swords. I just felt like something was going to come out that, the Eight of Swords, it's self-created energy. I call it self-created prison. Right? Why? Because I'm hiding myself from the world, from experience, from opportunity, with reason, right? Because of things that have happened. It's almost like it sets me on this path of fear versus, really my natural energy. The Eight of Swords, because it's self-created, there's only one person who can uncreate it, and that is you. And that is probably going to mean reflection. But listen, when you free yourself from the Eight of Swords, it's truly a feeling of freedom. It's like I'm not living life from a fear-based type energy. I'm living it more from a desire. Like, what do I desire? Here, I'm not really allowing myself, And listen, it totally makes sense. Nonetheless, it doesn't serve us. 8 says, allow yourself to have a new beginning. Don't let your past dictate what your future might be. I'm always bringing bad people, bad guys. I'm always getting the bad guy, the bad girl. What's your intention? Is that what you're expecting? Because if you're expecting that, the universe is saying, oh, well, here you go. Universe isn't judging your intention. It's just matching it. So now I'm going to think, okay, well, I'm going to go for the good guy. And when it comes, it comes. When it's time, it's time. Anyway. It seems to be like a lot of dark thoughts in her mind, and those thoughts seem to bind her to that Eight of Swords. But her higher self is like seeing the mirror of herself. So, even though I have a blindfold on, I'm still seeing, like I can still see what I'm doing. Look at this. We have the Eight of Cups. So I feel like that's exactly what you did. Reflection. It feels like it's talking about your emotional house, but also mental, right? Like mental thoughts based off emotional actions of the past. She's leaving it behind. You know, I felt this right around the Scorpio full moon, that this felt like in this energy, felt like a ritual, like she was burning, like she wrote down like all the things that weighed upon her from the past, put it in a bowl and lit it on fire and walked away. And what's she heading to? The Nine of Cups. That's inner harmony. 2 8s. Man, I have to tell you, 88. This is like the fourth reading where these 2 8s showed up next to each other. So 88 to me feels like, you know, I'm going to have to look up the number 88. It's probably also an angel message. Maybe I'll look it up at the end. I'll probably forget. No promises. Okay, let's keep going. We have the Magician, the Manifester. You know, Virgo, I feel like I find you in a much more mellow energy than what you have been in. I feel like, you know, and I felt the same way, like maybe the last month, like energy has been difficult, right? Like not just mine, but other people's, and then trying to, you know, like I found myself yelling at my daughter, which I never do, but it was pent up, you know what I mean? And it like just came out. Of course, I apologize, but you know, what I said needed to be said, I guess. I don't know, but like that type of energy. But now I feel like there's a calmness coming. It's like the calm after the storm. Magician. You know, the Magician is a reminder, like the teacher of when you think of the past, think about what you have gained, the tools that you have learned. You know what I mean? Like a class, right? I take a class. Some of it's easy, some of it's not. But at the end, I have to take a test. We have the King of Wands. Can be a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. He's coming under that 2 of Cups, coming beside the Magician. First of all, let me say this. It does not have to be someone who's a fire sign. It's definitely talking about the fire energy though, because the King of Wands is matching the Knight of Wands. I feel like whoever this King of Wands is, male or female by the way, their energy, right? The energy of action. And I feel like that's what's happening. Like this king feels like taking action, like this is the act, like this is what's blowing on in. We have the 10 of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Some of you are getting to the point where you're ready to commit. You know, I'm looking at this 10 of Cups and I'm getting goosebumps. So I don't feel like this is a negative energy. Knight of Swords under that. Communication. Some of you may come to the table like it with a question: do I stay in something or do I leave? I feel like how you're going to answer that is you got to look at yourself. What type of energy is if I stay? What type, am I staying in the 8 of Swords type of energy? Because nobody can make you move out of that, even though I feel like there's energy coming towards you. I feel like you're going to feel it. But what are you going to do about it? So I feel like there's a question like, do I just do what I've been doing stay where I've been staying, or do I get this clarity and do I move on? Do I find my happiness? So I feel like some of you are coming to the table right in that energy. And then you have the Magician there, the ability to manifest. You know why? Because I feel like this Eight of Cups to me feels very important. It feels like I'm truly letting go. I'm truly letting go. I'm letting go of the past. And I'm truly thinking about me and my future. And how you want it to be. The Magician under that Three of Wands. Your intention is so important. Some of you, I feel like you are looking for a soulmate. And, you know, listen, and I feel like it's coming. But in the meantime, enjoy each moment that you're in. I feel like that helps speed up the process. I don't know. Let's keep going. I just feel the importance of that. Like, wow, it just feels so freeing. And let's look at it another way. Let's say that we are praying. You know, like we really do want a soulmate to come in that will, you know, hopefully last for eternity. Well, then we got to look at this Eight of Swords in another way. Because in the Eight of Swords, I'm closed off to that. I have closed my energy off to that. I've closed it off. Eight of Cups, I feel like I'm realizing that. I'm realizing that. Like I'm almost keeping myself in the same type of bubble. Maybe it's like a treadmill. You know? Just goes around and 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 around. I gotta break it. Pretty sure I cut these. Whoa. Okay. We have the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords can be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You know, we have the Knight of Swords under that Ten of Cups. We have the Nine of Wands coming over the wheel. You know, the Nine of Wands says don't give up on yourself. Not about, you know, don't give up on a situation. Maybe. It's more about not giving up on you. And again, anytime you see a 9, you want to think about reflection. It's about the spiritual muscles you've gained, right, through this. And maybe it's breaking through, you know, this mind trap almost, breaking through it. It's like you're right there. It's like you're so close. You're right there. Now, I also feel like, you know, listen, don't scold yourself for it, because it feels like even that, like that challenge, maybe is a spiritual challenge. Can I overcome it? Well, I already know you can. I mean, I already know the answer, right? Many times energy is temporary, but while we're in it, it seems to last forever. Two of Swords. Dang it. Alright, well, you're at a crossroads. Interesting, the Two of Swords is coming over that Three of Wands. You know, I just feel like there's some of you that are just not happy. You're just not happy, maybe in a relationship, maybe, I don't know, there's something in your life I feel like you're just not happy about. And I feel like you already have the dream of, like there's something that isn't the way I thought it would be, let's say. But that doesn't mean it can't be. Maybe it's different right now. Because I feel like, especially if this is a relationship, like, is there even such a thing as a soulmate, Sandy? Well, there is. There is, and there's karmic, and there's, but they're all important. Listen, a soulmate isn't always in the light, so to speak. Sometimes you meet a soulmate in the dark. Anyway, do I free myself? I feel like that is the question. Then we have the Four of Cups, and that doesn't put you in much action. You know, but it says that there's a dream. This is about daydreaming. You know, I have some type of dream, something that I dream about. You know, may not be life-consuming, but it's, you know, I dream about it when I lay my head down on the pillow, that type of thing. But I don't put a lot of action in it. I don't know what to do, maybe, with the Two of Swords right before that. Four of Cups to say use your spiritual discernment. You know, maybe the Three of Wands is saying just go step by step. 1, 2, 3, A, B, C. Anyway, I feel that's temporary. I do. I just feel like that's temporary. You know, when we're not in... Listen, when we feel like we're in the wrong place, whether that be love, work, life, whatever, we feel like, you know, we're just in the wrong place. But yet, especially Virgo, can feel guilty about what, you know, it's like, okay, but this is the way I feel it should be. And I'm not even thinking it's like I'm putting universal expectations. It's more about how I feel something should feel, and it's not. And it doesn't. And I don't know if that'll change. So I feel like that's what some of you are coming to the table. Like, is there better? Well, I feel like that, yes. But your energy is going to make it better at the same time. So this energy moves in towards you, but then what you do with it is going to be up to you. Look at this. We have the Ten of Cups again. Look at this. We have the Tower coming over the Eight of Cups. You know, if you read Tarot, it's like telling a story. That's what it's doing. It's telling a story. I feel like if I was in someone's head right now, what I'm thinking is, you know, if I'm thinking about love, I thought it would be better. I thought love would be more. Is love more? Maybe I need to move on. Maybe this, you know, I have to make a decision. I can stay, and chances are things will stay the same. Or I can take a chance on me. I feel like you're taking a chance on you, because I feel like you are the one who's delivering a tower. Now, I feel like this tower is past energy for you. Like, that's what is built up in your emotional and mental house. But at the same time, I feel like, you know, once, like, if this is what I'm looking for, Two of Cups, the Ten of Cups, it's here twice. Maybe I thought I had it one time. Maybe someone told me it was going to be that, but it wasn't. Does that mean it never will be? Well, maybe not with this one. But it doesn't mean it never will be, because here it is. Two of Cups, Ten of Cups. The Tower coming over that Eight of Cups tells me that these... first of all, I feel like you're delivering a tower. But I also feel like the towers don't hold the power that they used to any longer. Dang it. We're going to let that go by. Look at this. The Ace of Pentacles coming over the Magician. First of all, here's the Tower, right? It feels destructive. It feels chaotic, all that. But it doesn't feel good, right? Sometimes I know I got to deliver it because I feel like I'm living in the Tower's energy. Dang it. You know, but with this Tower coming over the wheel at the same time, there, you know, I feel like there's nothing that you cannot get over. And maybe you've had to get over a lot. I know. Maybe you have. But boom, here's this Ace of Pentacles. Like, immediately. This is something that's coming into your physical world. Listen, it does feel like a blessing coming over the Magician. You understand how your intention, the way you look at, you know, when something's not working, it's not working, right? I can pretend it's not, or I can be honest with myself. I don't know. Like, I'm not saying leave something, but if it feels like it's hindering, something's hindering someone. I just feel like I got to make it clear. I'm not saying to leave, like, a family, a relationship, and that. Maybe it can be worked out. I don't know. But what I am saying, there's a freeing within yourself. Okay? Now, for some of you, I do feel like you are leaving. Disconnecting. And I do feel like you're freeing yourself. And I feel like the universe is agreeing with you, because the universe is, boom, like, you receive a blessing. Like, as soon as you get through that difficult energy, it's like some type of opportunity. Something shows. Look at this. We have the Fool. And then we have the Death card. First of all, card is Scorpio. You know, I just want to say this can talk about after the Scorpio moon, too. I feel like I have to add that in there. Like, after the Scorpio moon, I feel like it was, you know, it was deep. It was deep. And not easy, right? But now it is peaked. So, for some, I just feel like it's after, you know, once the eclipse had happened, let's just say. Anyway, I feel like I'm getting carried away. Let's look at this. So, you know, what's above the Fool? The Four of Cups. Where I'm not really doing anything about something, though I'm dreaming about it, right? It's in my mind. It's, you know, I don't know, it must fulfill you in some way, right? But then the Two of Swords kind of putting a block before it. You know, it's kind of fear-based. The Eight of Swords tells me that. It's fear-based. Maybe you don't think it can exist. Maybe you don't think you deserve it. Why? Maybe because you've been told that. Maybe because you've been in repeating patterns, and now you think that's all there is. Look at that. Is it a pattern? Is it me? That's not putting the blame on you. That's just saying, when I learn to control my own energy, right? When I'm not blinding myself to anything, like, you know, hit me with your best shot. Okay. You know, I'm looking at the Ace of Pentacles, and I'm thinking, does it come with the requirement of you being in the Fool's energy? And by the way, I love that the Fool and the Magician are connected, because the Magician is the Fool's first teacher along the path of the Tarot. The Death card represents, you know, knowing when to put something to an end. Sometimes it might be your lack of action. It can be another's. I think Sam is just throwing little pebbles up at me. You know, and I have to tell you, like, this relationship I'm in now, completely 100% unexpected. And it started with a simple phone call. I lived in a different state. I'm only saying that because I've been where you think, okay, that's it. Done with love, this and that. And truly I thought that. And then the phone rings. Everything changed. Didn't matter what I thought any longer, right? My heart just took over. 5 years on the phone. And now we live together. 2 years we've been living together. I don't think it was 5 years on the phone. I don't know. Anyway, and I'm only saying that because I want you to understand it. That's how things happen, right? That's how things happen. Maybe the universe was waiting for me to put an end to a relationship that I was in for over 25 years. And that's exactly what I did. 2 weeks after is when, boom, my phone rang. And it was at one of my weakest moments, honestly, where I was talking to my ex and I was going to have him come over. I was, feeling lonely, stupid, right? Now I know better. But something happened and he called and said, I'm going to be late. And then Sam called. So I hung up with one and then Sam called and we started talking. And I said, let me call you back. And I picked up the phone and I called my ex and I said, don't come over. I said, no more. We've got to stop. And I said, I'm ending it right now for good. And he's like, okay. And click, we hung up and I called Sam back and we talked for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. Not just that night, but every night after. So all I'm saying is, I don't know. Like, you can't expect it, and sometimes the universe, I feel like, because I do feel like, because I am the type of person, like, if Sam would have called and I had still been in a relationship, I probably wouldn't have taken it. It probably would have gone a different direction because I'm very loyal until I leave, right? Until it's over. Now I'm free. I was free. You know what I'm saying? All right, 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands is coming out with the 4 of Swords. I feel like the 10 of Wands talks about a heavy period in your life. Truly a heavy time in your life. Time of heavy responsibilities. It reminds me of going through like 25 to 45. That period in your life. There's a lot going on. There's a lot on the table. It's also the energy. You got a lot of 10s out here too, by the way. But anyways, it is the energy also of what I'm really learning is, this is the energy where I got to be careful I'm not carrying other people's responsibilities, right? I don't just carry my own, I carry everyone's. It's not balanced. But the 4 of Swords is the healing over that. Why? So that period can end. It's meant to end. That's why the Wheel is here. I almost feel like instead of doing nothing about my life, I'm going to start allowing myself to heal. I'm going to start allowing myself to move forward, right? I'm going to start closing the doors to what needs to be closed. And I'm going to say yes to these aces that are showing, right? And these new beginnings. By the way, the Fool's also connected to this 2 of Cups. So I can tell you this. It means to me that the people in this 2 of Cups must be free and clear. And that's probably why I talked about what I talked about. King of Wands is someone who takes actions, right? If I'm attracted to you, I'm going, if I have chemistry, if I feel it, I don't want to say coming after you. How do I want to say it? I'll pursue We saw that that Knight of Swords under the Ten of Cups here. I could talk about communication. You know, I do feel like for some, like I thought that I was going to have this Ten of Cups, and then I didn't. For many different reasons. But I don't want you to think that it cannot exist again. I don't know that it's talking about the same person, I would imagine, if two people decide together. But for many, I feel like this is talking about probably someone you have not even met yet. Because it's coming with the Fool's energy. I mean, it could be talking about someone that you already know. Because in the Four of Cups, there is something that you're dreaming about. It could be someone, but I feel it's outside of what put you into the Eight of Swords. I don't feel they're connected. That makes sense? All right. Is there anything else I want to look at? I have the Ace of Swords. Now, I wasn't really asking in a particular place, but where I was looking is down at this Ace of Swords. And it kind of makes sense there, right? Because this sword, so almost like this sword arrives and allows you to cut those ties, right? It's the knife you needed to cut those ties. Not that you really needed it. Some of you, I'm telling you, you may get this communication that may be completely and totally unexpected. And that may be why, you know, I really don't like talking about myself in a reading. But I've learned that if I'm feeling it, I should speak it because someone needs it. And that's why I do it. I know some of you are like, oh, you're boring me. Anyway, Ace of Swords. You know, that's truth. As I fully commit to my values. My values. I feel like in this Ten of Wands, maybe your values got lost. Maybe they got lost. And I feel like this is about bringing you back to yourself, healing what you can. Some things you just got, you know, only time can heal. But keep that positive intention. And I'm telling you, when you do that, no matter if this tower has happened to you or you're giving it to someone else, it doesn't matter. What it's showing you is that is the end. And then boom, there is the Ace of Pentacles, which allows you to be the Fool, free. What can I say? I think I'm going to leave it there. Look at that. And I'm just looking at the bottom of this deck, and we have the Knight of Wands again. I feel like there's no hiding from it. You know what I mean? Like, what's coming is coming, and I may have to just, you know, maybe this is even like, listen, there is this Two of Cups. There is this opportunity that may take you. It may. You know, there's no guarantee that you'll make it to the Ten of Cups because there's free will, right? But if I've had this real look at myself and my life and see it from a higher level, a spiritual level, boy, all of a sudden I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid anymore. I'm not afraid anymore. I understand that I control my life much more than I thought. So I feel like not only are you finding yourself, but then you may be finding the one. And that might be your title. I love you guys. Listen, I feel like for those who are hoping to find that one, have that intention. But, you know, also, again, don't forget how we open up. Enjoy, like, have the intention that it shall come. But the more you can enjoy the present moment, even if you're dealing with bullshit over here, maybe you just put some headphones on, you listen to some good music. You know what I mean? Like, you can still disconnect. Maybe you run a hot tub and, you know, you put your headphones on and you're in there for an hour or two. Disconnect. Anyway, I love you guys. I thank you for everything, for keeping my channel alive, blah, blah, blah. I won't go on and on. I just thank you. I hope this helps. I know it's going to help some. I do feel like for some there's going to be some resistance, and that's, I feel like to each their own. Devotion. As I fully commit to my values, relationships, and God, I am clear about what to do next. I don't need to wear blindfolds. I don't need to wear blindfolds. I love you guys. I'll see you next time at our table. Bye-bye.